we've made like a Southwest, actually a Southwest chicken salad. I'm keeping to the salads, because of the hot weather. I'm just going to go over and show you. Basically, I marinated some chicken last night and I have it on a grill pan. Okay, I'm coming over. And as you can see, just get a nice marinade on there. This has been marinated and it's like delicious herbs and spices. It has cumin in it. I have the exact recipe online. I'm going to place it on there to start cooking. And as you can see, we started getting the lines. You could use chicken breast or chicken thighs. I actually used chicken thighs today because of the, that's what I had. And I also grilled some sweet corn that you'll see later on. You can just see the grill marks on the corn that I used for the salad. And now I'm going to go over and make the chicken salad dressing. So right here, I have olive oil, I have cumin, salt, pepper, dash of mustard, some honey and apple cider vinegar. And here I have salt, pepper and garlic. And I zested some lime, but we're going to squeeze lime. Okay, perfect. So it's just as half a lime. So I'm going to put half a lime in there. I'm going to add the zest and the salt and black pepper. I was actually going to put Greek yogurt, but when I tried this yesterday, I made this yesterday, and it actually came out really creamy after you blend it. So I figured, you know what, let me just keep to what it says. Right, so I'm going to quickly blend that. Oh, sorry, fresh cilantro. I'm going to do a handful of fresh cilantro in there. All ready. Just roughly give that a good chop. Gonna I have a nice salad dressing. I'm going to put it in here so you can actually see it.
Look how creamy that is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was no yogurt, and it's a very creamy dressing, a lot healthier. Okay. And then what we did is, what I'll do is I'll just take a small spoon, and here is our Southwest chicken salad. So we're just going to kind
look at that.
You can see where I have the grilled corn. Give it a little bit of dressing on there.
This is like a great platter.
Yeah, right? Nice and full. All right, so that's done. I actually made, today I actually went a step further. We haven't been doing our smoothie bite, so I wanted to do a smoothie. I have some coconut water here with pineapples, mangoes, and strawberries. This is called Island Breeze. You can add flaxseed to this. It's actually really great. You add some flaxseed to it. I'm not offhand, I don't know offhand the benefits. JP might be able to tell you that one. And I'm just going to blend it.
For the flax seeds, yeah, definitely. It's good to have. It has like good omega oils, natural omega oils. You know how the people say, oh, you need to eat fish or you need to eat fish oils? Well, these ones from flaxseed actually are the same, but without, so it's similar to that. So you can use them. But make sure for flax seeds, like in this smoothie, you grind them, because if you eat the flax seeds whole,
they just go straight through, yeah.
It goes straight through. You don't absorb them. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to turn this on for 2 seconds. Just give me 1 sec. Your Island Breeze smoothie. So I'm going to.
Wow, that looks great.
It looks good, right? So we're going to pour that in a cup. You can also add oatmeal to any of this. If you're going to do a smoothie in the morning, you can add some oatmeal. It has protein in it. It keeps you, you know, less hungry. Keeps you going. So that's your smoothie. And of course, our water of the day is, today I made basil and cucumber. I'm growing basil, so I'm really kind of proud of it. I've actually kept it alive. So here's your basil and cucumber water.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. I was just pointing to the ingredients we're going to do today. Just so you know, we Sam did a southwestern salad. So we did a little bit of southern U.S. Uh, recipes today. So that we're gonna do is, well, that one was like Southwest, to kind of like think about New Mexico and Arizona and things like that. In this case, we're gonna do more like a Creole style kind of Louisiana dish. This is actually very simple. So it's a bunch of really good ingredients, but you can make this recipe within like 30 minutes or even less. So I'm putting a pan on the heat. So what we wanted to do with the South, this one is like to celebrate Harlem a little bit. So this is kind of like the idea, celebrate Harlem with healthy cooking. So you know us, we wouldn't do a recipe like in that is kind of like, they kind of be very heavy with butter, a lot of flour. They do a thing called roux, which we've talked in some of our culinary things, but those are a little bit more processed and a lot more full of fat and cholesterol. So we're gonna do a away, but it's not, the flavor is still gonna be all there with a lot of vegetables that we have. So I'm gonna show you quickly what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do, it's a version of almost like a jambalaya, I would call it, but it's like a healthy one. So these are the ingredients that we're gonna have. So we have an onion. So in Louisiana, they cook with what they call the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity in there is like a mirepoix, but this is with a pepper and celery and onion. So I'm gonna dice these ones. I'm gonna put them in the pan. I'm gonna actually start with a little bit as I dice. These don't have to be very finely diced, but we're going, let me point towards the cutting board. So here's our onion. So the other ingredients are a bunch of spices I will talk about in a bit, but let's go ahead so that I get my onion going. So these ones, you have the option to actually do it in like half moons. If you don't want to dice, that's fine. So let's try that. Just like that. It's a big onion, so obviously this is like, we're using like half. This is a white sweet onion. You can do a brown, like a regular brown onion or Vidalia onions, whatever you have. So what we're gonna do is, remember, always measure your olive oil. Instead of using butter, we're gonna use olive oil. So you get like a tablespoon of olive oil. We're gonna put it in a hot pan that I already set. And I can even see it glistening already. So just look at how fast this recipe is gonna be. I'm gonna start adding directly the onions while I chop the rest of the ingredients so that they start cooking, okay? So if you can hear that, can you hear the sizzle? So this is my pan with the oil. But just as it continues, now I'm gonna do, and really quickly, so celery, great for you. A lot of fiber, a lot of vitamins too. Look at this one. It's got a little dried under there. So I'm gonna just pop this one, just cook it like that. This I'm not gonna throw away. Actually, this one, keep it and use it for stock. Anytime you're doing any vegetable, chicken stock or whatever, just keep that. So it's impressive how much, a lot of flavor they have, even though they become a little bit dry. So we're gonna get about 4 ribs. We call these celery ribs. We're gonna just cut them across one. Depending how stringy it is, you can sometimes see if it has a lot of like strings in it. I can just go like that and move them, but it's actually not that stringy, this one. So I'll go ahead, like stack them. And I really like the flavor of celery, and I can put it in many soups, but this is a great one. And almost every recipe in Creole recipes in Louisiana have these 3 ingredients: onions, celery, and the green pepper. So I'm gonna put the celery in. I can even smell the onion. I'm gonna give it a little stir.
I think the celery is a great base for everything, right?
Oh yeah. I thought it was interesting in like reading about lots of vitamins too, but he also has, interestingly enough, a lot of sodium. But see, that's the thing. It is not a processed a processed kind of sodium, like, you know, salt is. So when you're cooking with celery, you actually don't need to put a lot of salt added into the recipe. So it's interesting. Anyway, so I'm just gonna rough chop these peppers. Now, this obviously Cajun cooking has spice in it. So we are gonna have a couple of chilies added, but these are gonna be ground chilies. The spices I'm gonna show you in a minute. But first I wanna get my, anyway, and remember also I did not mention, but right now, August is pepper season. So remember we said tomatoes last week with the gazpacho, but also peppers, and especially red peppers are gonna come to market now. So they're gonna be, usually red peppers are a little lower in, I mean, a little more expensive in general if you see in the market. Now I'm gonna go to the garlic, but I wanna show you also, so we're gonna do now is the garlic, but also this is a cauliflower. But this is called Romanesco cauliflower. It's green. It just tastes exactly like a regular cauliflower. It's beautiful. You see how like little. So what we're gonna do, as I stir my ingredients quickly, I'm gonna show you. This is my. You go ahead and put the cauliflower. So I want actually small florets. So I'm gonna cut it right in half like that. Look how beautiful it looks from inside. So this is the core. We're gonna remove that. So actually you can just go around like that. See how you kind of, you don't need to chop these very much. Just go like that. You should get these little core part. And that one you could use for the core also in part of like for vegetable stock, for example. But anyway, so if you see this cauliflower in the market, definitely give it a try. It has a really nice flavor. I love it. Okay, so this is our cauliflower. So just like that in kind of bite-sized pieces, Laura, you can even break them like that. So they're gonna go right into my, so this one, if you see a little bit of a bigger of stem, just remove it. And then in they go. Just as that cooks, now I'm gonna, it's really easy. The other ingredients I'm going to add the garlic. Let me just give it a stir. We're gonna add tomatoes, and we're gonna add just at the end. I have, because of course it's Southern cuisine, so I have sweet potato. This is already cooked. I steamed it in a basket, whole like this, and so I'm gonna just dice it because it's already cooked. I'm gonna dice it at the end. The other thing we're gonna put is some black beans, also at the end. These are from a can, low sodium if you want. Remember, always rinse your beans very well once you take them out of the can, or if you cook them yourself, even better. Let me go ahead and plenty of garlic. So these are kind of like a largish clove. Oh, I see there's a question. Can you see the question? I don't know. So let me just.
They're asking if you could spell the type of cauliflower you're using, JP.
Romanesco, Roman, like from the city of Rome, Roman, and then esco, E-S-C-O, Romanesco. It's not always available, but if you go to farmer's market right now, you probably can find it. There's also other cauliflowers that are like purple. If you've never seen those are really pretty too. So I'm adding, you see here, I'm adding the garlic. See how that beautiful color? If you don't have cauliflower, you can also do broccoli. This works perfectly fine. Now I'm gonna add the spices to it. I added the garlic, I'll continue. I'm trying to lower the heat a little bit. So for the spices, so I have a cinnamon stick. If you don't have a cinnamon stick and you have like ground cinnamon, that is fine too. You can just add about half a teaspoon. Then these two kinds of chilies, I have chili flakes in here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, like a quarter teaspoon. I don't want it too spicy, but it's up to you. You want more spicy, you can. There's a chili powder here. This is no salt added, no, it's just like a dried ancho chili. So another quarter teaspoon. I'm gonna add a quarter teaspoon of salt. And then I have, and I'm gonna do like 1 teaspoon. This is brown sugar. So it's a little bit to add round a little bit of flavors. I'm gonna pack it in the spoon, but it's brown sugar. You could do without it, but a little goes a long way. And this is gonna be a lot, obviously. So now we have the spices in there. You're gonna definitely get the flavors, how fragrant they get. And what you need to do at this point is just wait a little bit until the cauliflower starts cooking, but you don't even really have to see how it's getting nice color, all of it. Also, the other thing is that if you put the cinnamon stick, it'll naturally, with the heat and the liquid, the natural liquid is gonna start unfurling, and that's when it gets a lot of the flavor. So anyway, that's how it goes. Now the last thing we're gonna do, oh, I forgot to add a little bit also, like you can also do like a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Oh, I'm gonna put 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. If you don't have fresh garlic like I did, you could use garlic granules. That's fine too. And you can also, just as you start cooking this, you can add just a little bit of water. Maybe like a 1/4 cup of water. That'll help steam a little bit the cauliflower. I just added a little bit, and actually, do you see it? Yeah. I don't want the phone falling into my cauliflower, but no camera in the cooking. So anyway, so this will continue cooking for a couple more minutes. And then the last ingredient I'm going to do is some diced tomatoes. These are canned diced tomatoes. This is a large can. This is like a 28 count. So I'm going to go ahead and add it in now. So remember, with this is pretty much the liquid that you need. It's going to make like a little nice, you see all that beautiful color. So I'm going to like go ahead and let it cook. So this is while it cooks, I'm going to cover it while it continues cooking. Meanwhile, I'm going to just quickly have my other 2 ingredients. Remember, I have my beans and I have my black beans. You can do it. This will be more traditional if you do black-eyed peas. You can also do them from a can or cook them yourself. But they would be great in it. I love the kind of natural smoky flavor of black-eyed beans, and of course that's very Louisiana Creole cuisine. I'm just gonna remember that the sweet potato is already cooked, so I'm just gonna add them last minute with the beans for reheating. Okay, and they're asking which kind of pot I'm using. So yes. This is a stainless steel pot. It's just regular. It's not nonstick. It's just but it's really good. I like it. Just as if you see, it's called stainless steel. That's it. So it really doesn't stick. A lot of the things just don't stick to it. But if you see, I only added a little bit of oil, and that's it. So I'm waiting for this to cook. It's going to take a little longer, but you see, you're pretty much seeing the end results of this. I'm going to go ahead and add my black beans. Remember, if you have black-eyed peas, even better, or you can do a combination of beans. And then I'm going to add my sweet potato. Since that is nice and soft, they might even kind of like break down into the sauce, which will make it a little thicker. So you can taste the sauce to see on the seasonings. The cauliflower, I can taste it still leaves a little bit more color. Oh, it's good. I can feel a little bit of the heat. It's not too much. A nice heat that just kind of like puts layers of flavor a little bit. Just before, I'm going to give you like an idea of serving this. So what I'm doing here is I did some a little brown rice. Actually, I put a little pieces of stems of I'm going to move this so you can see, of the celery, and I put that to flavor it. So what I'll do is just put some brown rice in there. And then I also did earlier, just sauteed, because it's, Louisiana, and it's kind of a little bit of that idea. So I did some greens. So these are collard greens that I sauteed with a little bit of water, no oil, nothing, and a little bit of garlic. So, but I had only one bunch of the collard greens, so I mixed it with a kale too. So it's the combination of these two. So what I like to do is put them on the side like that. And then once that is done, then you can go, we're gonna pretend a little bit that it's fully cooked, but it needs a little bit more, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So then you can just, you know, all that sauce and all those cauliflower flores, you're gonna just drizzle in there. And there
Looks
you
delicious. It looks so good,
Absolutely.
JP. Looks beautiful
It's really
colors
good,
and
it's
everything.
really, yeah, again, lots of colors in it, lots of vegetables, a lot of protein with a mix of the brown rice and the beans, and also the kale and the collard greens. So I hope you like it. Try it at home, as Sam was saying, that hopefully you can make that, copy this recipe and try it at home.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, JP. That was so great.
Great. I'm glad you liked it.
All righty, good. All right, everyone. So that's our class for today. I hope everyone enjoyed this, and we hope to see you doing some of the recipes. So bye, everyone.